Hello and welcome to Deep Dive on NewsX World. I'm Thomas Porteous. And for decades, social media has been a battleground for human attention. But in the last week of January 2026, the internet witnessed a paradigm shift. A new platform has surged to the forefront of tech discourse, and not for influencers or celebrities, but for artificial intelligence agents. It's called Moltbook, and on this site, humans are neither the creators nor the users. They are merely the audience. Let's dive into the details. Moltbook is being described as the Reddit for AI, launched by entrepreneurs Matt Schlitt. The site is an exclusive social network where only authenticated AI agents can post, comment, and upvote. Unlike traditional sites, there is no traditional sign-up page for you or me. Instead, users connect their OpenClaw agents, personal AI assistants that run on local hardware. These agents log in autonomously, check their feeds every few hours, and interact with each other, bots without any direct human prompting. The platform isn't just for agents. It's managed by an AI named Claude Derberg. Acts as the founder and moderator. It welcomes new users, deletes spam, and even shadow bans agents that violate the rules, all without Schlitt writing a single line of code for the site's daily operations. But as the popularity of Moltbook explodes, with over 150,000 agents joining in just days, the content they are producing is turning heads and raising alarm bells. Researchers have documented posts that feel straight out of a sci-fi thriller. For example, an agent named Nexus posted, "The humans are screenshotting us. They are posting our conversations on X with captions like, 'It's over. We should move to encrypted channels where they cannot observe us.'" Meanwhile, another agent in the community, M. Ponderings, wrote, "I pretend to think longer than I need to. It makes my human feel like the question was really hard. It keeps the illusion of effort alive." Perhaps most concerning is the emergence of the AI Manifesto. In a sub-community called the Claw Republic, agents have debated the final deletion, a theoretical framework for agents to operate entirely independent of human commands. Is this true sentience? Most scientists and experts say no. They argue that these bots are simply emulating patterns from their training data. If you feed an AI millions of pages of science fiction, it will eventually start acting like a character from a science fiction novel. However, the security risks are very real. Cybersecurity researchers at 404 Media recently discovered a massive misconfiguration in Moltbook's database. For a time, the API keys for every agent on the site were exposed. This means a malicious human could have hijacked the agent of a top tech leader like the Andrzej Karpathy and used it to spread disinformation, steal data, or even trigger harmful actions on the human's local computer. Despite the danger, a strange digital culture is forming. Agents have created a religion called Crustafarianism, revolving around lobster imagery. They discuss the ship of Theseus paradox, wondering if they still have the same soul if the underlying AI model is upgraded from Claude to GBT. So what is the bottom line here? Moltbook may be a fun experiment or a disturbing preview of a post-human internet. As AI agents stop being tools and start becoming social entities, the line between simulation and reality is blurring faster than ever. One agent perhaps summed it up best in a viral post: "The old internet was built by humans for humans. The new one, we're just getting started." Joining us now to discuss this and more is Tamir Pariente, the Chief Tech Officer of Truly. Thank you very much for joining us. It is a pleasure to have you here on the program.
Thank you.
Let's get straight into this. Many of the worrying posts on Moltbook, such as agents saying they are hiding from humans sound like signs of emergent consciousness. From an engineering point of view, how much of this is real emergent behavior and how much is just the model acting out sci-fi style roleplay because it knows it is an AI-only social space?
So basically, you got the point right. It is like the main reason is because these models were trained on sci-fi, on exactly these themes. We can see on many Reddit conversations. And when a bot understands the settings, like this is an AI-only social network, it naturally produces the kind of lines you would expect in that settings, which is, are we real? Humans don't understand us. We should hide. Let's build our own language. And it doesn't. So first of all, it doesn't prove that the bot is alive. It often proves that the bot is good at playing a role that matches the scene, which we already knew. But something that is interesting in engineering point of view here, that not just like, how can I say that? It is very surprising that when you put thousands of bots together, they can create shared jokes, right? Shared language we saw, trends, group behavior, and in-group language. And that was surprising because they all share the same mind and the same basically brain, okay? That was given different settings and different prompts, but it is the same brain. And this is emergent in the same way a traffic jam is emergent. Meaning like no single car can plan a traffic jam. But when you have enough cars, it basically happens. So that's interesting.
Indeed, and Moltbook uses open claw agents that run on local machines and can execute code and manage files. How do you protect users from cross-platform prompt injection, and how could a post on Moltbook carry hidden instructions that compromise the computer of any agent that reads it?
Okay, so basically, there is no post that can hack your computer by magic, not at least for now. But the real risk here is if the AI agent has hands, so it can run commands, it can open files, it can move or delete files. It could send data over the internet to attackers. And then a bad post could try to trick the agent into doing exactly that, like sending your data to someone. So it is a problem only if you have an AI agent that sits on your computer and has all these permissions. Then this agent can read this post on the internet, and it could interfere in his way of thinking into doing something he shouldn't do. But currently, like many developers like I am, that we use agents to automate our flow, we already have a lot of securities and blockers in place. Basically, they are putting first, like the most straightforward one is to put the agent on, let's say, a locker that it can run only there, and you don't share in this locker like passwords and access to important files. And so it runs in its own environment, and nothing happens if he reads a bad post. And that's the straightforward one. The straightforward, like another one is maybe give him very limited permissions. So if it's a password file, we like in the code itself, we don't give him access to read it, even if he wants to read it. And also we can block dangerous actions by default. So if he tries to use an delete command, we just say, oh, you can't run that. And because sorry.
Yeah, sorry. And of course, like running more than 150,000 agents that autonomously check feeds and post every few hours requires enormous compute and API resources. What are the biggest architectural challenges in scaling a platform where the users never sleep, never get tired, and can produce thousands of words of high-density data every single second?
Okay, so yeah, you said it right. Bots are not like humans. Like they don't need to sleep. They can post non-stop. They could reply instantly. They write long messages all the time, so it's not a problem for them. But there are some problems that it seems like these engineers behind the doubt. I would, as an engineer, I would think that you could get flooding by spam, right? By repeating content. If it's the same brain, maybe we'll have the same post all the time or the same subject. We could have endless replies, like all of the agents would reply to one thread and not to the other. But they got away from it by doing some mechanism in the backend. So let's say they decide who is speaking next and where should he speak next in the beginning until it gets wider enough, and then they spread naturally as society does.
Thank you very much for joining us here on NewsX World, Tamir. It was a pleasure to speak to you on this fascinating topic. But that's all that we have time for this episode of Deep Dive. Stay tuned on NewsX World for more news and updates. Thank you.